Hello, everyone, and welcome back again. And if you're following the series, this is part four, where we are talking about stepchildren, long term partners, and why love isn't really enough legally. And again, if you listen to part three, I did mention that this was just pretty much a spinoff of that part three. It's basically just reiterating the same thing. So I just want to get it in you guys' heads. So let's get started. Okay. So let's talk about something that gets overlooked all the time. And I see it happen too often on my job. You've been in a situation with someone for years, maybe even decades. You live together, you raise kids together, you share bills, share holidays, and call each other family. But guess what? If you're not legally married, the law just doesn't recognize that bond when it comes to life insurance. Same goes with stepchildren. You may have raised them since they were babies. You love them like they're your own. But if you're not legally adopted them or specifically named them as a beneficiary, they don't automatically get anything. So that's very, very, very important. And we're seeing where stepchildren have called and we have to tell them, yeah, you're not listed as the beneficiary or because you're not legally adopted, you really don't get entitled to anything. And that makes them feel some type of way too. And there's pretty much nothing we could do about it because that person didn't legally adopt that child. And they really not considered in the law as their child. So that's very, very heartbreaking. So if you really love your stepchildren, make sure you also include them and list them as a beneficiary. It's that simple. It's very easy. Just put them on there as the beneficiary. Then they won't have to go through the hassle. But if you don't, then they're going to be left out. The same thing goes with someone that's married or not married, that's just been with somebody, just boyfriend, girlfriend situation, fiance. Okay, so I just want to make it clear life insurance doesn't care about feelings, it follows the paperwork. And if that paperwork doesn't include your long term partner or your stepchildren, they're not in the equation, even if they were the ones that were by your side for years. It has to be on paper. Just that simple. You have to put it on paper. Keep a paper trail. And that means that they may not get nothing. They may be even left out of the funeral decision. And so they have no legal say in what happens to your money, your policy, or assets. And I've seen that. Some people do leave those, the fiance or the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the stepchildren out of the funeral obituaries. It can happen, you know, family rivalry. Some members may not like that person just because, and they'll just leave them out intentionally. I'm not saying that it's right, but that can happen in families. Or, you done lived in this house with this person all these years, and then legally, since you wasn't married to them, and if it trickled down to whoever is the beneficiary, they could pretty much, especially if that house was in that person's name, they could pretty much remove your items out of that house. Or, 'cause it has to be on paper legally for you to keep that house or for you to stay in that house. And some family members, they do get trifling. Some people don't have feelings. They think about the money, they don't care about the other person's feelings. That's just family rivalry. You don't want that to happen. So please put everything on paper because you never know. Things change when someone dies. And that goes both ways. You know, as again, as I said, if you pass away and your partner name isn't listed, everything could default to your legal next of kin, your parents, your siblings, or children from a previous relationship, not the person you shared your life with. And if that happens, and it happens all the time, so please, if you have a partner, your loved one, or your stepchildren you care about, put it in writing. Add their names to your life insurance, your will, your trust. Talk to an attorney if you need to, because love is powerful, but it's not legally binding. And so we're going to stay tuned as I'll be discussing for we'll be discussing divorce and life insurance while most people don't know. But please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay? Let's keep it going.